Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Leo March 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is, well, Mars will be in Taurus, so the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Well, one way this may manifest, this may be a lot of methodical plotting and deliberate energy into career-related matters, attaining success, notoriety, recognition. This could be, in some cases, it could be about angry outbursts from sustained provocation from perhaps authority figures. It could be a dominant parent, the dominant parent, which is often the father. People prominent in one's career. A lot of energy and vitality may go into Taurus career-related matters such as doing stockbroker work, something with finance, banking, working as a pawnbroker, architecture, agriculture, anything that could be Taurus-related, cultivation, gardening. Now, at this time, Leo, if you are unattached, this could be about perhaps a sexual liaison or interlude you may have with a Taurus, sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply one that embodies Taurus-like characteristics that might be very prominent in your career. It could be somebody in government or in business, or somebody that might just be, it could be an authority figure. It could be somebody that may be also prominent in your public image and reputation. It could be if you're connected with, say, some kind of promoter or agent or what have you. So anyway, next thing up. Well, Jupiter will be in Sagittarius, so the 5th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, this could be very auspicious for Sagittarius sports. It could be like darts, archery, anything connected with target. It could be like some kind of target practicing. And also, this could be very fortuitous for perhaps a Sagittarius love or a romantic connection or interlude. This could be how the Sagittarius sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply one that embodies Sagittarius-like characteristics. Now, this could be very lucky and fortunate, perhaps through some sports gambling. But again, a lot of this, could be predicated on the aspects that are made. If this is making an adverse aspect to your natal Pluto, be careful that this is not something that becomes a very compulsive issue, or all-encompassing type issue that would be compulsive, or where you're doing this with such intensity to the point where you're just maybe dominated by it. And sometimes you do some compulsively, it could be very adverse, and Pluto energy can be destructive. But anyway, going back to this energy with Jupiter in Sagittarius 5th house, this could also, remember, as I've stated in previous videos, Jupiter can be paradoxical, could be very benign and benevolent, but it could also have a tendency to enlarge and expand. In some cases, this could expand foolhardy, over-optimistic, reckless, even over-enthusiasm in 5th house matters. It could be with gambling, in some cases, matters connect with speculation, investments, love, romance, matters with children. It could even, this is something too where, and going back to this thing with the sports gambling, if you have a positive, say if this is making a sextile or trine to your natal Venus, that could be more auspicious for gaining money as far as that goes. So anyway, but this is something too where this could also be about expanding jocularity, joviality, and even humor with matters with children, someone you're in a love romantic relationship with, even matters with maybe even attaining personal popularity. This could be very fortunate, perhaps, and very beneficial for perhaps it really, as far as you being jocular, being jovial, and exhibiting humor, and it could play a role in personal popularity at this time. So anyway, next thing up, Saturn will still be in Capricorn. So the sixth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, well, at this time, Leo, you might experience some restrictions and limitations in your work, your employment. Um, it could even be in health in some cases. This could be a time, too, where you might find yourself taking care of debilitated or sickly aunt or uncle or someone prominent in your daily routine, your employment life. It could be something Capricorn related, such as something with the bones, the knees, or the joints. It might be making you feel somewhat despondent and melancholy. This could also be about incorporating more structure and discipline in your routine, in your work, in your health habits at this time. And also it could be about more responsibilities to your health, to your employment, to perhaps even service rendered to others. This could also, I mean, in some cases, looking at this could be another way this may manifest is just simply, I mean, going back to the health issues. I mean, there could be something that you might have to be dealing with, such as something with the perhaps Capricorn, could be Capricorn related. It could be something with the knees, the bones, or the joints. Saturn Capricorn related. And especially if this is making an inconjunct to your ascendant, this could increase the propensity perhaps for some health issues associated with that. So, and also this may manifest in just really working very laboriously and very consistently, more so than usual at your place of employment, more so than usual if you are employed at some place at this time. So anyway, the next thing up, Uranus will be in Aries as far as March goes from the 1st until the 6th. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, this could be a time where Aries friendships, they could be Aries sun, moon, or ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Aries-like characteristics, maybe more prominent at this time. In your philosophical outlook, it could be with religious matters, maybe your higher education. At this time, too, you might be experiencing more unpredictable, acrimonious behavior, perhaps from in-laws, grandchildren, maybe someone you know at a religious congregation, a college, university, or even foreigners. It could be people that you meet through traveling abroad. Now, another thing, way this may manifest, this could also be perhaps about taking some kind of Uranus higher education. It could be something with astrology, astronomy, aerospace, something with computers, electronics. At this time, it could be where you, given that Aries is blended in with this could be where maybe you go about this with a lot of assertive and aggressive energy as well. Now, you may also at this time may adopt some kind of unorthodox philosophy or religious outlook at this time as well. And at the same time, you also may very well desire a lot of freedom and independence in 9th house related matters, such as where you're going to traveling to a foreign country, publishing. It could be matters with your religion or your philosophy, which your belief, your system is. And also, too, this could be a time where you might find yourself taking some kind of unanticipated or unpredictable long-distance journey at this time. And you might find yourself doing something as far as publishing goes, something Uranus-related. It could be something connected with astrology, aerospace, astronomy, rocket science, something maybe regarding the future. It could be even science fiction. Anything that could be some with computers or electronics, anything that could be 9th house, Uranus related. Next thing up, Uranus will be in Taurus as far as March goes, from the 6th until the 31st. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, this could be a time where perhaps Taurus friendships, it could be Taurus sun, moon, or ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Taurus-like characteristics, might figure more prominently in your career-related matters. It could be in attaining success or position of authority, gaining notoriety and recognition. It could be a time, too, where this could be also about the formulation of new ways to generate income and make money, which could improve your stature in life and how you stack up with others. Now, this could be too, hold on a moment, people. Another way this may manifest, this could be about experiencing perhaps unusual or stubborn, obstinate behavior, perhaps from the dominant parent, which is often the father, authority figures. Could be from some businessmen or maybe somebody that may be prominent in your career. And 10th house matters may just be a little bit more erratic and sporadic than usual. It could be matters maybe perhaps regarding career-related matters, matters with the dominant parent, which is often which is often the father. It could be matters connected with your reputation and public image. This is also too, I mean, looking at this could also perhaps in some ways, I'm sorry, in some instances, this could be about doing something Uranus-like as far as a career goes. It could be something connected, with aerospace, astronomy, astrology, computers, electronics, rocket science, anything that could be Uranus related at this time. So those are some ways this might pan out at this time. So anyway, well, next thing up, Neptune will be in Pisces, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this can manifest in a multitude of ways. 8th house matters in general might be more nebulous and unclear at this time than usual. It could be tax-related matters or something with insurance. Could even be someone. It could be someone you're in an intimate or sexual relationship with. This could be a time too where you might find yourself involved in some kind of spiritual transformation or rebirth, or maybe making a transformation through something else Neptune-like, such as the metaphysical, which could include astrology. It could be maybe gaining more knowledge about that. Might help you feel like you can make a major change in your life. It could be too where you might be dealing with certain confounding matters with taxes, with insurance, with alimony. Could even be a matter over an inheritance at this time. And looking at this too, now, we talked about this before, and a lot of you don't want me to say the dreaded D word, but I'm going to anyway. In some cases, this could manifest in some kind of death connected with perhaps drugs or alcohol. It could be some kind of accidental chemical assimilation, perhaps. Now, this is very, this is very isolated, of course, but this still is one way where, this could manifest in some cases. Now, this is something too, looking at this, is that again, some other things that could happen with this Neptune, Pisces, and 8th house energy. Well, some cases you might be experiencing some credit card fraud. This could be about doing something. It could be some Neptune surgery related matter, especially, if this is making an inconjunct, say, to your first house, your actual first house in your natal chart. Inconjuncts can often be about health related matters. If it's coming from the 8th, I see this as often being a surgical situation. It could be something Neptune related, Neptune and Pisces related, such as something with the feet or the toes at this time. And if surgery is there, I don't know if this is true or not. You'd have to look this up to confirm this, but there's something with the lymphatic system where there's something where surgery can be required, and that could be another possibility because Pisces is associated with the lymphatic system as well. Now, last but not least, Pluto will still be in Capricorn, so the 6th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, again, I know a lot of you don't want me to say the dreaded D word, but I'm going to anyway. Now, in some cases, this can manifest as an actual or literal death of an aunt, an uncle. It could be someone prominent in your daily routine. It could be the death of a pet, perhaps. And a lot of this could be predicated, of course, on other things too. This could be something where, where a lot of this could be dependent on perhaps the actual transits in a person in those people's natal charts, such as the aunt and uncle, or even the pet, perhaps in some cases. So I mean, those are some things to look at. But anyway, another way this could manifest, this could be about where you may feel it could be some obliteration of your health at this time, or some destruction of that. But remember that Pluto energy is often, I mean, you look at this, it's about rebirth and resurrection, and it's about revival. I mean, if something is, might be destroyed with Pluto, can often be supplanted or maybe be revived later on. This could often be about like a knee replacement situation. This could be something because you're talking about Capricorn energy, 6th house, and then Pluto is about transformation, so you can do the math on that. Now, also, too, there might be some power struggles in your daily routine, more maybe at your place of employment. This could also be something, too, where another way you could say this could manifest as perhaps some kind of Plutonian service to others, such as something with the occult or supernatural, such as astrology can be in there, or maybe even something with insurance, anything that could be Pluto related. And anyway, another thing about this too, some other, it could also be something where you might succumb to some kind of Pluto health-related issues, such as something with the excretory system, sexual organs, the urinary tract, or even the prostate gland at this time, especially if this is making, say, an inconjunct aspect to your actual ascendant in your natal charts. So anyway, and anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. For my take on the I guess you could say my take on on the Leo March 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be giving you my Virgo March 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.